Hello everyone, my name is Josh. Welcome to Josh's Boxes, and today I'm not just gonna tell you whether I'm wearing pants or shorts. You have to earn it. So my plan for us today is we're gonna start by going over to the cardboard contraption and practicing some continent shapes on a whiteboard that I have until I get a general world map that I'm happy with. So let's go over there. Alright, so I have been going at this for a while. As you can tell, I pretty much figured most of the map out pretty quickly. You know, one or two tries I got a shape that I like, but for whatever reason, the top coast of this southern continent right here, I was not being satisfied with. And I'm not sure if I am like super satisfied with this, but it got to the point where I was just going back and forth so much that it just felt like I was kind of, you know, like trying to be too picky with it. And so I just decided that this is good enough. It's completely adequate for what I need, and being really nitpicky about it is not going to improve it at all. I just need to accept it what it is, you know. But overall, I think the map looks really good. I am especially liking this north continent up here. Let me make sure you can, yeah, you can see I added these islands up here, and this kind of Caribbean-esque range is, I think, turned out really well. For these islands over here to the right, this one is about the scale that I would want it at. This one I'd probably want it to be a little smaller, but I like got the shape I wanted right off the bat, and so I didn't want to draw it again. So, sorry about the shaky cam, my cardboard contraption is leaning really hard. But anyways, I like this, and so I'm going to take this and transfer it to a piece of paper. So here we go. Okay, so I know it's in pencil, but hopefully you can see everything well enough. I think I have a general kind of coastline outline that I am happy with. And I could keep fiddling around with it. I'm not like 100% amazed with it, and I kind of think that the whiteboard drawing that I did was better, but I don't want to, you know, spend hours and hours nitpicking this and nitpicking that and stuff. And something that brings me comfort is knowing that in real life we seldom have maps that are very accurate, right? We know that like the main map that we use with, like, you know, North and South America and Africa and Asia and Australia and all that stuff is distorted, and it has to be, because you can't take a 3D object and then put it on a 2D object without distorting it. So if I ever want to change this in the future, I'll just chalk it up to distortion, and, you know, I could treat this as like an in-world map. And if you look at maps in the medieval times, they were like, you know, some of them were fairly close, but none of them were perfect. So if I ever want to redo this map, I'll just redo it and treat it like a different map. But this is like a general kind of world map that I am satisfied with, and so I will start inking it in now. Okay, so I'm done with the inking and all the erasing and stuff. I think overall it went pretty well. This part I got a little too close, and in person you can see the tiny little gap in between there, but on camera you cannot. So that stinks. So it looks like there's just this random intersection right there. But otherwise, I think, I like how the coastlines are looking and these land masses. And so what I'm going to do is, there's a couple styles that you can do. Let me show you an example. So here is that old map that I was working on. So let's just use like this coastline as an example. Boom. So, and I'll also use, oh man, this coastline up here. There you go. So, with the first style, you kind of take, so I'm using my 0.5 millimeter pen, which is the thickest pen I have, and I will now use like a thinner pen. This is 0.3 millimeters, and just kind of like trace the coastline. Like this, and that gives kind of the illusion of waves. And obviously I would do a better job than this because this is looking really sloppy. But then there's the other option that I'll show, like on this one, where you make a line that very closely follows the coastline like this. And you do a bunch of little waves going off of it like this. So these are two styles. I think that they can both be pretty good. Obviously I would do them a lot neater on the actual thing, but with this style, it takes a lot more work, a lot more little lines, and because my actual map has all these little islands on it, I feel like it will be, I'll have to make these big spaces around those little islands. So I think that kind of wave style, this one up here, might look better. But if I do it on the whole thing and don't like it, I'll just trace this paper on a different one and do the other style. But I'll start with this style right here. Alright, so that is the coastlines. I think overall it turned pretty well. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. But, I think on this continent island chain and this little island chain right here, I think I was a little bit too straight with that first set of lines. But overall, I think it looks good. I think, I had finished and then I went back through and decided it'd be a cool idea to kind of put some of the smaller waves in between on these spaces and stuff. So, and I think it turned out well. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it. And this is our first step of mapping Razed. We've got the continents, boom, mapped. I won't worry about naming the continents in this video. I think that is probably a different video. But if I come up with something cool by the next video, I'll let you know. The next feature I think we're going to go into in the next video is probably mountains. I know that there's going to be a big mountain chain right here and a big one along here, and besides that, that's all I know. Maybe there will be some mountains right here, but that'll be for next video. I've been working on this for about 3 weeks at this point, and I think that's mostly because, I'm so busy with school and class, and the weekends are always crazy, and that's the only time I have to film. So I don't know when I'll get the next video out, but just know that I am working on another video. I haven't, I know it's been a while, but I haven't given up. I just am busy. But yeah, this is my process, about 3 weeks. I don't think I'm going to bother going back to my face and talking about, just doing all the outro stuff. So if you like this, go ahead and leave a like. If you're interested in seeing where I go with this map, please subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'm happy to engage with you, answer any questions or anything. And until next time, ciao. I'm just going to be focusing on the land masses right now. The continents. I'm going to take us over to the cardboard contraption, see if I can get that set up with the whiteboard that I'm using. If not, I don't know.